What's this? A rework? No, Jay doesn't get reworks. When I fix something, it's fucking fixed. Except when I fuck up. I made a big blunder. Made a big blunder with this. First of all, it works. So, everything's good. But, yeah, there was a blunder I made. It's really all of the scenes that get edited out. And I got about 2 minutes worth. So let me stick that in from when I originally fixed this. And you'll see what I decided to do, but didn't actually do on video. Because if I did, there would have been a video of it. So here that is. I'm also, like, seriously considering putting a ton of hot glue inside of this, but I don't know. Oh, taking a leak. That's the AC condensate drain. I just can't help that in the summer. It just goes when it goes, and that's that. So, yeah, that's pretty much the deal. So, that's what we're going to do next. So, let me get the hot glue gun. I don't know. I'm thinking, like, I want to, like, squirt hot glue all in there, but I don't think it's really necessary. You know, I'm just a little worried about cutting this and that this piece is not solid. And then, you know, it's just hollow in the middle of that right there. And it's just going to break when I do that. So I kind of like almost want to shoot hot glue in there, but, you know, I don't know at the same time. I'm like, is it going to screw anything up? I don't think so. I think it would only serve to reinforce it, you know. It's like, it's almost worth doing and almost not. I would get out my big glue gun with the long tip so I can get down in there and really shoot some glue in there and fill up the whole cavity. I don't think I need to put hot glue in there, but something tells me it wouldn't be a bad idea to do anyway, just for some extra reinforcement, especially since I ground that down, so theoretically there's less plastic, but I don't think that matters, because really the seam is here. That's where it's connected. It doesn't matter if this went 3 feet in the air. This part up here is doing nothing. It's attached here where it's all, you know, one piece. So cutting that down really wasn't a problem. So I think putting hot glue in there would be a good idea, but it's good for now, and it's fixed. And that's exactly what I ended up doing after we shut the camera off. I broke out my high-powered glue gun. I put on my long tip, which I've had videos on all this stuff previously, and I went and proceeded to stick that tip in here, you know, around the centerpiece, and I filled up the entire cavity almost all the way, about 3/4 of the way, with hot glue. And it was at that moment I realized I fucked up. Why can't you put glue in there? That place is void because that has to fit over that. See? And it has to go down. So I fucked up big time. So now the glue is dry in here, and I have all of that area, if you can see down in there, that I need to clear of hot glue. Well, how do you get rid of hot glue? Well, you could read online. See, millennials will tell you anything. They tell you, use vinegar, use baking soda, and OMG, we're saving the planet. Doesn't work, folks. Whenever they tell you to clean something with vinegar and baking soda, 99.999% of germs, percent of the time, it's not going to work. They say to use alcohol on hot glue, or acetone. I have both, and I tried neither. I have tried alcohol in the past, and I had very mixed results, but the results I did have good luck with was reheating the glue. So I removed all of that glue mechanically, and here's how. I got out my China Pride Sunavo electric burner that plugs in. So I plug that in. And here is an old, very old, ancient aluminum pot. This was my parents' this used to be the cookware that we had when I was a kid, and eventually my mother got new cookware, and the old cookware went in the shed to stay there for all eternity because no one is ever going to use it or need it. And one day, about, I don't know, 15, 16 years ago, I said to my dad, hey, can I steal one of the pots? I need to, like, boil stuff that's not food. And he said, yeah, no problem. So it's just a plain aluminum pot. You can see detritus. And I was trying to make candles at the time. Didn't end up working out too nicely, but they burned for a while. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just dabbling, and, you know, if I kept going, that would have been good. And what I did was I got this on the boil, and I took this, and I put it in there. And a cool thing happened. I'm not going to show you now, but it turned into a percolator, because, as you can see, that hole is clear, and the water would come up, and it would started to make like a little fountain.
You got powder, something powders over there?
Coming out of the top there. And then to get the glue out, after I left it in there for a while, I had like a hot glove on, and I pulled it out like this, and then I took something that I seem to have misplaced it at the moment. It's like a fondue fork, a little 2-tine fork, very, very small. And I was able to get in there and muck out what I could. And as soon as I would withdraw it from here, I had the whiff standing by with a paper towel in her hand, you know, like in the crease of her hand like that. And I would put the fondue fork in there, and she would squeeze it, and I would pull the thing out, and that would get rid of the hot glue. And then I'd go in there and dig again, and when the glue was not cooperating anymore, it went back in the water. And 5, 6, 7, 8 iterations later, I had removed pretty much everything I could, and then I followed it up with cotton swabs and cleaned it out with that, and there's no more hot glue in there. Yeah, there could be little tidbits here and there, but there's, you know, it's open and it fits back in the bowl of the food processor again. Only thing I'm not certain about is that center hole. There seems to be just a little gunk in there still, or maybe some hot glue that I just wasn't able to get. I guess from the boiling or something, whatever. But when I put it on now, see, it spins on the shaft, and then when you find the thing and get it locked in, it stays there, but it takes a bit of force to come on and off. It doesn't just glide off like it used to. But that's even okay, because that acts as staying power to keep that there so it won't kill you. You know? So it's just a little stiff to get off, but I don't even see that being much of a problem. So there it was. I blundered and successfully unblundered. And although I have not actually even used this yet, it is ready for use when I do need to use it. And I look forward to that, whenever that may be. So don't get old and stupid and fuck up. And like I said, Sharky was here at the time, and I even talked to Sharky, and I was like, do you think filling that with hot glue? And we're looking at it, and we're like, yeah, that shouldn't interfere with anything. Shouldn't interfere with anything. Shouldn't interfere with... Neither of us even said, wait a minute, how is that going to go back on? And I think the reason is because of the center thing. You just think it's going to go on there, and that's it. But nope, it has to go over that, and that's the deal. So Anyway, I fucked up, and I'm a big enough man to accept that and to let people know when I fucked up and what I did to correct the situation. So thank you for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
And a salami with a boy in the army. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay.
Bye.